Hey y'all, this is Clene just checking in with you really quick. I just wanted to talk to y'all a little bit because it's been on my mind and I wrote about it a little bit. Just millennials, like how are y'all doing? Because I'm a millennial myself. And life is fucking crazy. It's different. Trying to adapt to the different circumstances that we've had to endure through at such young age. And I know, generation, X and all the other generations have gone through what they've gone through, but we've gone through such a vast range of things in such a short amount of time, from the 90s up until now. And it's just like, we try to keep up. A lot of us try to keep up and try to adapt to um, the changes. However, just sometimes it just feels like we kind of just get left in the dust. And we have so much to provide and so much to offer and so much to give, but we're always questioned. I don't know if I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know if that resonates with anybody. But it's just different. And myself personally, like I feel like throughout my adult and academic career, I've always had to either like not necessarily reinvent the wheel, but start over or um, do something different. When traditional things or things that were like kind of safe didn't didn't stick. You know what I mean? And so I don't even know if what I'm saying makes any sense, and I could just be talking just to be talking, but it's just um, it's just been interesting. I myself, I've been in a wide range of like different industries, and you know, provided several different like services, like from bar backing to bartending to being a waiter to art modeling to tapping into massage, tapping into fitness, personal training, um, and then done, professional things like working with American Lung and fucking, Yelp and all. It's just been a range of things, and it's just really interesting trying to decipher um, what makes the most sense. Um, but sometimes when you think of these things, it's just like sometimes a lot of millennials don't really fit into a box because we are so versatile, and I feel like we are a very creative bunch um, of people that often get underestimated, overlooked, and or just kind of forgotten. um and I'm not trying to like create sad little violin story or what have you, but um you know I feel like a lot of us have talent that a lot that aren't that are underrated. We have talents and gifts that are very underrated, and we're this in this weird middle child in between where where the older generations, like the baby boomers, they don't really care, but the generation after that generation, I think it's X, is my sister's generation. It's just, where it's just like, you're an adult, but um, not, I'm an adult. I'm not gonna listen to you. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you're still young. You don't know any better. That type of stuff. Versus the younger generation who sees how that generation above us talks to us, like it's just like, well, like I kind of respect you, but I don't feel like I can trust you enough because if my, so and so, or if this person didn't really like, this, that, and the third, do should I really even respect you? Like kind of that kind of thing. It's just I don't know if it. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm projecting. I don't know, but I do feel like, and this is what I'm gonna tap into a little bit more, is that I feel like that's why depression is so heavy and so like, mental health is so significant in our realm because um it's just been a heavy series of neglect in so many ways and in various ways, to the point where we just kind of just like, fuck it, I'm gonna just live my life. If this is how life is gonna be, I'd rather just live. I'd rather just live my life. However, it makes it so challenging when we are put at a cap with when it comes to salaries, when it comes to positions, and so on and so forth. And it's just like, what do you do with that? What do you do moving forward from that when it's like we're kind of just placed in this position where there's no we've got this glass ceiling, um and it's constantly fighting with ways to either crack the code or break that glass ceiling. But at any rate, I don't even know if this is even important. I think I started thinking about it because I've been like in this kind of 30s funk where I'm just like, well, I'm not no spring chicken, or I'm not in my early 20s, or I try not to compare my life to other people's lives, but like people married, people, friends and family having children, and so on and so forth, people getting married and all of that. And then when you like go home and everything like that, oh, are you gonna have any kids, or oh, are you dating anybody, or oh, are you making money? Like, it's just like, if you don't have any sort of like status or anything to um kind of present, like, oh, I'm doing well, it's like you're irrelevant. When it's like, nobody knows the circumstances, nobody knows the experiences, nobody knows the things that you've had to endure through in order for you to even be still standing and breathing to this day sometimes. um and it's just all like, what do you do with that, and how do you like move forward from that and look past that, the judgments, you know and so it's just, it's interesting. I think the three things that I've like kind of like been trying to reflect on, or figure out, is if I'm gonna come out of the retirement for like strength sports or strongman even. And that's just been a thing that I've been like thinking about heavy, but I've just been so like tired mentally, physically, and emotionally, because it's like, it, it, I'll just say that competition doesn't come just in the form of the actual sport. And it's like, I'm not here to compete with you. I'm just here to enjoy my journey, enjoy my path, enjoy, collaborate if possible. But it's not really a thing, unless you kind of praise the this person or that person. It's just like, I don't really have that kind of energy. Like, why can't we just be equals? Like, if we're both in the same field or the same industry, why not? But that's just in life. That's just in work, in the work, in or in the work industry, and the fitness industry, and the strength industry, and the creative industry. Like, creative, I feel like the creative industry, at least where I was at, they were a lot more willing and open to collaboration. And I say all that to say, like, I feel like I need to make another video because I think I was just rambling. But it's just like, how do you move through it? These are the three things that I would recommend. Like, evaluate your circumstances, think about the things that you have control over, and what are you willing to do to change, to get out of that 30s funk. I hope this helps.